yourself from here to here. You're in a better space. You're in a home where you have peace, my God. And it was like, what other things did you really come to Atlanta to accomplish? What did you set out to do outside of being with this man? Because although, yes, I did move here for him initially, it was certain things that I wanted to do myself. So I made a list, and it was somewhat like, I guess, my prayer to God. And at that time, my relationship with God was straight. I had kind of walked away from him for a little bit because of the relationship that I was in. They didn't have a great relationship with God. They weren't, I don't want to say religious, but it's just what it was. Like, I was brought up in the church home and they were not, so that was a conflict in the home as well. So I kind of strayed because of somebody else, so I wanted to get back on track. So I started to go to church. I started to find different churches cheer, and I actually made a list of all the things that I wanted to accomplish. What would make me happy? So I put graduate school on the list. I put finding a job in my field, like my dream job, like all these things that I wanted to do, building my relationship with God, having a better understanding of self, learning how to love myself again, because it had got to the point where I looked in the mirror and I just wasn't happy with what I looked like. So it was like, what were you doing pre this nigga? Like what were you doing prior to, where you were just in a space and you were happy and you were vibrant? Like, what was it? So I kind of did all of that, and on the list I just subconsciously put, weight, getting in shape, right? So that was one of the things on my list. So when I moved here in 2015, so moved out the middle-ish of 2015 and got my own place. So I made this list. I was doing certain things, making progress. Like, I made a super late vision board because I wanted to visually see what it is I wanted to accomplish. When the new year rolls around, I made a New Year's resolution to find a trainer, to get in the gym, and to get right. And I did that. I found a trainer, and he had me on a very strict meal plan, and I was eating properly. I was going to the gym. I would work out with him 3 days out of the week. On those 3 days, I was doing cardio in the morning, and then on my off days with him, I was still doing cardio in the evening when I got off work. So I was working out like 7 days a week, 6 days. We gonna be honest, because Sunday I definitely gave myself a rest. So I was working out about 6 days out of the week, doing all of this stuff, eating right, making sure I'm up, getting my protein, portion control, everything. I'm feeling good. And about 2 months in, I only lost 6 pounds. So I'm like, okay, you lost something, right? So I'm still positive. And another 2 months go by, still only lost 6 pounds. How, Sway? How am I literally working out like this with this trainer that I'm paying? Hello. Spending my money, and I'm not losing weight anymore? Like, I'm stuck. What's going on? So I gave him another 2 weeks, and I told him, like, we got to change up something. So he changed up my eating. He changed up this. I was looking for a 0.5, a 0.2, anything change on the scale to give me that motivation to continue to do it, and I did not get it. So I stopped working out with him. I stopped paying him because it was like, what was the point at that time? So I kind of fell back into my bad habits. And then I started to date. And when you go out, you date, you eat all of the good foods, honey. So that's one thing about Atlanta. You're going to find you a restaurant with some good food. So I was just out eating good food, enjoying myself. But it was still something that I wanted to accomplish because that was on my list. So I had already gotten accepted into grad school, and I had did certain things. So I was on Instagram, and there was an influencer that I follow who kind of deemed herself or branded herself as being like a plus size fashion guru. And she was like dropping weight like crazy. And she looked amazing. She looked amazing before, but she was looking amazing now. And, she would show her she's working out, she's at the gym, but she was losing a lot of weight, like, in a good amount of time. So I'm like, girl, what is it that you're doing? Like, is it something new on the market? Everybody on IG, like, promotes something. So I'm like, are you using flat tummy tea? Like, what's the tea? Can you let us know? So she ended up coming out to say that she had weight loss surgery or sleeve surgery, vertical sleeve gastronomy for anybody who wants to research it. But she came out to say that she had sleeve surgery, and I was familiar with it because my mother actually had it 3 years prior. And it wasn't something that I was considering because I felt like, well, you're young, you can do it the right way. You know, you don't have to have surgery. I started to do research and came to the conclusion that this was something that I wanted to do. And more of my reasons were because I wanted to, what's the words? Precaution. Boom. I did this as a precautionary measure. I have had no other health issues outside of being overweight. I didn't have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, chronic condition, heart failure, back problems, leg problems. I didn't have any of that, thankfully. I just needed a little bit of assistance, and I felt that this procedure and this surgery would give me the assistance that I was looking for. So that's definitely kind of what my process was and why I decided to have weight loss surgery. It wasn't something, like I said, done overnight. This was like years, or it was some years of me trying to lose weight on my own, and then me coming to the conclusion of, okay, this is what I decided to do and what I wanted to do. So just to give that background information, let's just kick this channel right on off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if so, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, my contact information is in the description box below, and you can also leave, your questions or concerns in the comment section, and I'll make sure to, answer them, whether it be in a video. If I get so many of the same questions, I really don't know. I'm kind of just winging this whole thing, so we just gonna see what happens, right? So but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first video here on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.